is HW, and thank you so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. My dudes, it's the middle of the night. It is literally like 2 a.m. I'm out of coffee. I've been editing, drinking, all freaking night. You know why? Because my HELIX has never sounded better. I've been up so long, my lights went out. I have a little lamp over here. No, my HELIX has never sounded better. Why? Why, you might ask? Well, it's because Tone Junkie has some new IRs. Hello, Uncle Willie, that's some good tone you was about to hear right now. Because you gotta check out these new IRs. They are incredible. And really, they're incredible because these are some of my favorite speakers. Now, each pack's got 60 to 65 new IRs in there. Took a little different thing, and I might even update some of the older IR packs. But here's what we did. Each microphone complement, whether it's a single microphone or dual microphone together. Fathead, Royer 101, Royer 121, SM545, SM57, 906. All these complements together, double mics and stuff. We did all these, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of each one of those mic complements. Here's why. It starts out the most open and bright, and then we're just adding mid-range. We're getting less directivity on the position of those mics, and with a little trickery help that I did to make these things sound really good. A little bit of high shelf when we shot them. Really make these things fat and beautiful. And here's the 3 speaker cabinets that they are. It's my 1970 orange cab, which I just recently imported from the UK because I've been hunting for these speakers. It's the 1970s orange cab, and inside it's got 1969 dated G12 H30 speakers. These are greenbacks, the other kind of greenbacks, what we now call H30s. These are them. These are beautiful, beautiful speakers. You're gonna hear what they sound like. My other cab that has become a go-to cab for me are the greenbacks with the T1221 cones in them. By the way, the H30 cones I think are T1217s. I gotta go look that number up again, but T1221, that's the that's the late 60s classic greenback that everybody talks about. It's the G12 M25. That's the speaker that the Celestian Heritage stuff is based on. This is it. It's a beautiful, old, wonderful Marshall cabinet, and it's just stellar. It's honestly, this is my favorite speaker in the world for anything. Modern production, my favorite speaker is the Scumbag M75, but this is my favorite speaker I've ever found. And then, last but not least, I wanted to make the Grammatico, specifically in the HELIX, really sound like my 1957 Tweed Deluxe. So we captured the P12R that's in there, and that's the Jensen Alnico P12R. We call it the Jens P12R. It's a beautiful speaker. First, look, you can see my screen right here. I'm in the HELIX world. Hey, Kemper owners, quit getting mad, bro. All right. When you got IRs this good, you make everything sound like $1 million. That's just the truth. If you don't like it, whatever. Don't buy them. I don't care. There's free ones out there too, so go get those because you're dumb if you don't get those. Check these out. What you heard there at the beginning, and I'm going to play for you again, this is the 70 G12H green with a 121 and a 57. And look, look how simple my signal chain is here. Here's a plexi on the bright channel because I've got plenty of low end here. Here, I'm not even cutting high end on this IR. I could, and I will in a moment. Doing a little trick here that I love on the HELIX because it's such a professional, polished tone. Put a little compressor after the cab. That's just like kissing a little compressor on the signal, like you would in a studio, anyway. And I love this the LA2A here. Anyway, little tiny bit of verb and delay, but listen to this, guys. It just sounds tremendous. I'm on like a number 4 position. Just a beautiful, wonderful, open kind of tone. That is this speaker. Now look, I could cut the high end a little bit if you want a little more roll off. Honestly though, I was so particular with the high end here, I didn't feel like we needed to roll it off. But whatever, let's come down here. Here, let's get real aggressive. Come down to 9. You're gonna notice not a ton of change because I've already taken out the bad content. I already took out the harshness in the IRs because I shot these things a bunch of times and then honed it in. Check it out. Hear that? How the high end is just wonderful, beautiful. Listen to this. Come on! What? That's some tone, man. Listen, I'm gonna come here now. I'm gonna switch it out. Instead of the TJ70 G12H, I'm gonna come down here to where's my M? Here we go. M, here is the G12M green, R121 545. And you know what, just to leave it I'll put in the 57 here. Okay, here we go. Now we're with the 57. I'm gonna open up this top end a little more because like I said, I think you're fine with it. And now let's listen to that same speaker, I'm sorry, totally different speaker, but same exact plexi amp setup here. Dude, what? That's a beautiful sound. Now, what I hear what's different here is between these two different cabinets is, to me, the G12M is a little more open. It has a little less in the treble frequencies, but it's got more presence. So it actually goes up and is a little more open. That's one of my favorite greenback kind of things there. And what's great about it is you've got plenty of low end. Big 412, and I was not shy about capturing that full low end. Now on the neck. I just didn't even know what to say about the tone. That's what's so... I almost got to put my hat backwards for this. Woo! You hear this bass? Dude, that is vocal. What you're hearing there is that there's a shelf below 100, and it's really taken away a lot of those frequencies. Really subtracting at the 50 to 65 to 80-ish area. We don't want that offensive stuff. It's too much. It's way too much for this. You need above 100, and so you have a little push here around 200, here, because you don't want anything below 100 is going to really get in your way when you put this guitar into a mix. But 200 is a really usable bass frequency. So there's a little kiss here at 200 to bring it out. Okay, now let's jump over here because I want to show you some different microphones. And also, actually, let's just go to the fattest one. Look what happens when I go to the fattest one. compare that to the more open. Hear how it's more open, less congesty? When you come up here, is that tube screamery frequency. The middle there, 550. There's even some more 300 fullness frequencies in there. See, fatter, man, fatter. And then let me come back here and thin it out. Ooh, you can hear that middle 500 come out. Where that's really nice is when you make it a little dirtier. But let's jump back here to this, back to the G12H speaker, and let me show you the fathead microphone with the 545, because this is a totally different thing. It's so fat, it knocked my hand off the guitar. I was missing notes there for a second. But no, listen to this. Listen to this low end. Those lows are so fat and thick. With that fat head, you get extra 500, and lower, you really get a lot of this 300 fullness thing that comes in just above the bass, and it sort of smears all of that. You hear that low 100 hertz range, and then you just go, it's like 100, and then it smears into this bigger 200, and then it's like 300, and it just goes right up into the bass. It's really a great sound. I love that fathead microphone. It's really a good one. Really, really, really a good one. There'll be some free ones. I'll throw some free ones in the email there. If you didn't get the Tone Drinking email, just sign up. It'll be in the new free pack. You could try some of these IRs out for free. Because why not? You got to try them out for free, right? I always put free stuff in the IR emails and in the Helix emails, because you just gotta, you know, you shouldn't have to buy everything. You know what I mean? Like, some stuff just should be for the community, and people should just be able to enjoy it. That's what I think. Okay, now let's look at the other one here. I've got let's look at the Grammatico Bright, and this is basically a little Tweed amp. And so I really wanted to get this IR to sound like my my real 1957 Fender Deluxe 5E3. So I took the vintage speaker with original cone, original everything out of that cab. I mean, we captured it. I didn't take it out of the cab. I left it in the cab. So those other ones are really full on the bass. You're going to hear that 412, and you're going to hear a different speaker in that Celestian kind of makeup. It's the greenback with the, you know, the larger magnet and the smaller magnet, the H and the M magnet, you know, different cones too on those things. But here, this really sounds like my 57 5E3. It's really cool. Forgot what I was playing there because I want to show you. So here's like the thinnest one, and you can use it for this breakup stuff. And look, you can even clean this up if you want. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, but I almost thought about driving a little more. But here, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, and to compensate, let me turn up this channel volume just to get even. But here's like a nice clean, like tweedy small clean. It's so late at night right now when I'm filming this. I was like, wait, did I just go to a wrong chord? I love the sound of that. But it turned out to be the minor 5. You know, you can't really, well, you can do whatever you want in music, but you should only go to the minor 5 when you mean to do it. And there I didn't mean to do it, but it sounded cool. Man, what's cool about these amps is, you know, this is the amp that was used on the Hotel California solo. This is the amp that's been used on so many classic rock solos because it's got this really killer mid-rangey type tone and sound. Now, we don't get a mid-range control here, but that's because the mid-range really comes from the speaker. What you do get is this bass and treble, but you get this tone control too. The mid-range in these things really just kind of bursts forward in small Tweed amps from those speakers. Those Jensen Alnicos, think of them almost like Alnico Blues, but you know, on the other side of the pond. They were mid-rangey, they were bright, they lacked bottom end too. But somehow Fender amps were designed, especially like the Bassman, to overcome sort of the limitations of that Alnico speaker. And that's where you get the 410 configuration. Vox never goes with that. They never really go to the 10s configuration because they weren't really after more bass. They didn't think of that as a Voxy sound, but Leo Fender wanted a deep bass to be part of the sound because he was also building a precision bass, and it became a favorite among a lot of people. So that Bandmaster has a big transformer, but what's cool about an amp like this, and what's cool about some IRs like this, is we can really get it mid-rangey and warm, and we can really just get this beautiful. And you know, we've got it a little less wet. Let me up this verb just a little bit. Let me up this delay just a little bit. Because then you get this wonderful lead sound, you know? And just tap it in, you know? Got my HELIX in right here. It's that beautiful, full, mid-rangey just. It's, God, lovely. Just a lovely tone. And that's the fullest one. If you want to come back and do this really sounds a lot like that speaker in my Deluxe. I mean, it just nails that sound. That's small Tweedy, that's as vintage as they come, man. And you can totally come over here and just give it this sort of. There's that minor 5 again. Beautiful, beautiful. And it's a 4. It's a 4. This is the 5. It's a 4. My bad. My bad. Hey, don't write me, please. Don't write me. All right? Key of E, A. That's the 4. I told you it was late at night. I told you it was so late at night. You guys, this is seriously, between this and the little kiss the back of the amp trick, this is the best my Helix has ever sounded. And it sounds like this because I really took these IRs, I shot them, and then I kept trying them, and then would shoot them again, and then would adjust the microphones until I knew I was getting the EQ that I really wanted. And you know, just touched a little bit of edits with some shelving on each end to really just get rid of the offensive frequencies. And it's incredible. It's incredible what's going on with digital these days. I'm really impressed. I'm going to be doing a lot more Helix content. I know I've been a little silent on the Helix stuff lately, but actually I have shot about 15 speaker packs for IRs. It's all I've been working on for like the past week or so. And so I have about 15 speakers in the hopper ready to just do some stuff. 3 are out right now. So you got to go check these out. Go check out the free stuff in the IR free pack. And I'll have some free Helix patches coming out real soon. There's some free IRs. You got to get, it's not Tone Junkie unless there's some free stuff. It's 4th of July. There's a sale going on. It's down there. Check it out. My name has been HW. These IRs sound like fire, baby. Hello, Uncle Willie. That's some good tone. Woo!